What's up, YouTube? Timo's here. Now, here's my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning 10. Oh boy, I feel old even talk about these. First up, we of course got the music of Rock of Ages. Now, this is of course based on the very popular Broadway music here, and it features like songs like Journey, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, and other artists. You got a really great cast member here. Come on, you got Tom Cruise playing Rocker, Stacey Jack. I remember watching this in all my life. I never really thought I'll ever see Tom Cruise in a musical, and man, Tom Cruise was so good in this. I don't think he did his own singing, to be honest, yeah, but he still crushed it. Of course, he also had the likes of Julianne Hough, Diego Boneta, I think his name is. You got come on, Alec Baldwin and Russell Brand. Pretty much Smith here. One more key ask, but this has some really iconic cool songs here. I mean, I'll tell you right now, you got music from "Can't Fight This Feeling," "Here I Go Again," "Harder My Love." There's so many music in this I can't even remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've seen this film, to be honest. But man, I remember watching this thing in theaters. I had such a fun time with it. It was of course from director Adam Shakeman, who's of course gave us Hairspray. So seeing him back in a musical form here was cool. Of course, he is returning to the musical genre again with the Enchanted sequel. Can't wait to see that. But man, it's a shame Rock of Ages didn't do so well. How much the Rock of Ages made? Let me see. Rock of Ages box office. Yeah, the thing only made about 59.4 million. It should have made more because it's such an awesome film. Reviews wasn't all that confident. It only has like 43%, but I don't care. This movie is so awesome. You'll be jamming to these songs. If you guys have not seen Rock of Ages, do yourself a favor. Go watch it. It's on Hulu. Give it a go. I mean, you'll definitely have fun time with lots of these songs. All right. Also turning 10, we got That's My Boy, which so many people hate this film. It did not really get well received. Let me see. That's My Boy 2012. Uh, oh, yeah, the thing only has a 20%. I mean, That's My Boy, of course, is the comedy that had Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg, Lake Mesa, James Caan, Susan Sarandon. Come on, you also had Vanilla Ice playing himself before, folks. Now, I remember watching both this and Rock of Ages in the same week. I had fun time with these two films. That was a great week, to be honest, yeah. Now, if you guys don't know much about the story, That's My Boy. It's where, like, Donnie Berger, played by Adam Sandler, ends up following a son named Todd, because he ends up having, pretty much doing it with his teachers. So, yeah, he ends up pretty much raising the kid while uh, and pretty much raised him as a single parent. And of course, on Todd's 18th birthday, Donnie ends up cutting him from pretty much cutting him loose. And after like years of estrangement, he ends up needing his son's money because he's getting jammed. So yeah, this movie is such a fun film. It's so hilarious, so raunchy. I Adam Sandler. What? How great he did with that, accent thing. Of course, he actually played the Donnie Burger in like one of his comedy specials. He does such a great job with this stuff. That's My Boy. Of course, did not get great reviews. Like I said, it has 20%. Its box office numbers was not all that great. Let me pull up the box office. Maybe about 57.7 million, maybe a little less than Rock of Ages, but ooh, yeah, it's a shame too. Probably because people are not. I don't know if it's because people are just not a fan of Adam Sandler, got a little tired of his sick, or maybe they just do not really want to see a film where a school where a classmate ends up having fear of a teacher. Maybe that's it. But I mean, this movie is actually more fun than most people make it out to be. I watched this thing tons of times. If you have never seen Decimal Boy, give it a go. You can actually find it on Tubi, Hulu. Give it a go. I mean, this movie's not for everyone, but all right. Now, turning 20, we got the Bourne Identity, which of course was the first installment of the Bourne films that debuted Matt Damon as Jason Bourne. I mean, the Bourne Identity movies has its hit and miss. The last one, Jason Bourne, that got released back in 2018, I think it was, or 17, I can't remember. I was a little disappointed with that one. Of course, we did have the Jeremy Renner one, which wasn't so bad. But the first one is really cool. I mean, Matt Damon really plays this role perfectly. You also had Julia Stiles here. Not a bad film, in my opinion. I really had a fun time with it. The action is great. One of Matt Damon's most iconic roles to date. I've been hearing he could possibly return as a character again in the future, but we'll wait and see if that actually ends up happening. All right. Now, also turning 20 is the film Windtalkers with Nicolas Cage, Adam Beach. Not a bad little war film here. I mean, come on, who doesn't love Nick Cage people? He's always the man. And this is actually directed by John Woo, who also directed Nicolas Cage and Face Off, so it was a bit of a Face Off reunion at the time. So now, if you guys don't know much about this story, you got Nicolas Cage, who plays like a Marine named Joe Anders, who is assigned to protect Ben Yahtzee, played by Adam Beach, who's this Navajo code talker and the Marine's nephew, secret weapon. And he orders to protect his code talker here. And so, yeah, it's definitely a pure John Woo as far as, I mean, he's definitely one of the greatest action directors there is with with stuff like Face Off, The Killers, of course. So he's had some really cool movies over the years. So, but my favorite films that turns 20 this week, I cannot believe this one turns 20, and that is Scooby Doo from 2002. Now, this movie did not get any great reception. Let me post Scooby Doo box office Scooby Doo 2002. Yeah, it pretty much has a 31% Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what the Rotten Tomatoes score says. I love the 2002 Scooby Doo film. Of course, they did do a sequel, which was Monsters Unleashed. But the first film, I probably actually do prefer the second. But that first film was so good. I mean, who did not love Scrappy Doo in this? The cast was so perfect. Come on, you had Freddie Prinze playing Freddy, Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne, Linda Connelly as Velma, Matthew Lillard, by the way, as Shaggy. One of the coolest castings of all time. I mean, Matthew Lillard just embodies Shaggy perfectly. Of course, you had Asa Fisher. I mean, everything about this is so fun. So much fun lines. I mean, from No Scooby, your mommy's cat food. Loads of other lines here. Come on. Of course, Shaggy would be dating a girl who's named Mary Jane. Let's refer there. But yeah, I mean, Scooby Doo Monsters Unleashed is also great, but nothing beats that first one. I remember watching that first Scooby Doo in theaters when I was a kid. I had a fun time with it. Shows how great you could do live action. Perfect you could do a cartoon at turning into live action, and Scooby Doo is no exception. It is so fun if you guys haven't seen that. All right, that's pretty much it. Let me leave you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? Well, I love That's My Boy. I'm probably going to say maybe Rock of Ages because the music in that and Tom Cruise, I just adore that film. And the 20 one, I would say Bourne Identity because Jason Bourne's awesome, but I'm going to go with Scooby Doo because Scooby Doo is life. All right. Anyway, drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Simu Saga.